talked about you being a contender. We talked about you sniffing the championship. Are you feeling it now? Are you kind of feeling that I'm right there? I'm almost there. I almost get my shot at UFC Gold?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's natural to finally feel like, okay, this is, you kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, okay, now I'm getting close. But, again, it's all a dream. I get to dream about being a UFC champion. But if I don't take care of business on Saturday, I don't even have the right to dream anymore, because then I'll be so far away. Even though it hasn't happened, I still enjoy the ability to think about it. And if I lose Saturday, I don't even have that ability to think about it anymore. So, again, my focus is Saturday.
Well, you seem pretty grounded. I saw you posted on Facebook or Twitter, however many years ago, you would come to Vegas. You had to borrow money to get your way back home, and now you're up on the marquee. You're on the side of it. You're on the felt on the blackjack.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, man. I came here in 2001 for the U.S. National Tournament, and I got my meal money. It was the first time, I'd been to Vegas as an adult. I spent my whole $75 in a matter of minutes. So then I'm like bumming money the whole time I'm here. It was bad. And then on the way home, we had to borrow money just to eat, to get back. Me and Jamil Kelly, a guy that ended up being an Olympic silver medalist, we borrowed money to eat to get back to Stillwater, Oklahoma.
That's great.
And when I showed up on Tuesday, to see your picture plastered up there, this is where you want to fight as a fighter. This is the Mecca. This is when you've made it in fighting. It's to fight in the MGM Grand, and then to fight in the co-main event or the main event of an event in the MGM Grand. It's a big deal.
And we're good on waiting, right? If Gus gets the shot,
yeah.
You're gonna take your time, and
I'm fine to take my time.
Get it
if I
Super
win this
Bowl
fight on Saturday. Truly, they should be fighting sometime around September.
That's what we all figured.
That's a legitimate time frame for him to recover after his last fight. Jones didn't take much damage. Gus didn't take much damage. Truly, they should be fighting around September, and then that will put me in line for around the beginning of the year.
Nice marquee fight, maybe at the Super Bowl.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Would you take another fight just to keep active, to keep your weight down between then and now?
I would much rather not.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, but it's always like that. I mean, the circumstances will dictate what happens ultimately. Gustafsson wins, I will fight someone else because John Jones rightfully deserves an immediate rematch. That is the right thing to do. So I would fight someone else. But Gustafsson doesn't win, I'm going to stand around and just chill and get better. I got to get better. Still got to get better.
What do you think about Dan being a huge underdog? It's kind of surprising that he's like a plus 650 against you. Does it speak more to your ability, or do you think it speaks to people think that Dan's favored?
What does that mean, plus 650? I don't know what that really means.
6-1 underdog.
I mean,
let's put it this way: he was a bigger underdog than Cummins was when this opened. Now that's
nonsense. That's not a. I mean, this is a legend in the sport. A legend in the sport. I answered this question in LA. It was something like, "What do you think the odds should be?" Well, if Rashad Evans was like 2.5, 3-1, Dan Henderson should be somewhere along those lines, even if he shouldn't be the favorite, because they fought to a split decision. So I don't understand why it would be so high, but I think maybe it's more just people respect my work, I guess.
Well, I remember we talked before the Evans fight, and you weren't even happy with that line. You thought that was disrespectful.
I really do believe that these guys should be favored in these fights.
Even Dan?
Yeah, because these guys are legends. These guys have done so much more than I have in my career. If I was betting, obviously I'd bet on myself, but to see a line like that, I'd go drop some money on Dan Henderson.
When you come in and you see a line like that, do you consider yourself the underdog? Is that how you prepare when you're going up against someone with such a resume? Do you train as though you're the underdog?
I always do. I work hard because I care about what I've accomplished so far. I care about being undefeated. I care about the dominance I've shown in all of my fights. I care about that. That means something to me. So I don't want to run the risk of losing that. So I prepare as if the guy that I'm fighting is the biggest, baddest man on the planet every time. Like, those guys can never live up to what I make them out to be whenever I'm in my training. I make them out to be Godzilla. They have Mike Tyson's punching power, their Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, Buchecha's Jiu-Jitsu, the wrestling of John Smith. They're like the best at everything, and that's how I prepare.
Does that come from losses in amateur wrestling, feeling that sting, feeling that the loss of big time moments in your life?
It burns.
Yeah.
You know, it still burns. Sits with me today. You know, I've lost a lot of times. I don't want to feel that anymore. I enjoy winning. It's plain and simple. You know, I like to win.
Popeyes tastes better when you win.
No, it doesn't.
No.
I will not take Popeyes over winning. I love to win.
No, I'm just saying it tastes a little bit. No, hey, let's get it straight. You're eating Popeyes no matter what, but I'm just saying it tastes better when you win. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
It does.
You don't want to sacrifice the taste of your Popeyes. God forbid.
So I commit myself.
Yeah.
In that moment when I'm preparing, I commit myself 100%.
Let's talk about you being at 205. Do you find yourself being able to do more things that you were able to do at heavyweight?
Yes. You know, I've always kind of been the guy that can run, I can jump, I can do a lot of things. I was fast. And at heavyweight, I couldn't do all those things as well. Now, as a 205-pounder, you know, I feel better. You know, like it's almost like welcoming yourself back. You know, like when you like lose yourself for a little bit, it's like welcome back. You know, like this is the guy I remember being. You know, when I run my sprints, they're fast sprints. I'm not huffing and puffing. When I'm boxing, I feel good. I feel fast. My head's moving. I can see things better. Just all around, it's just a better thing, a better life. And then just in my general life with my family, I'm much better. I'm not as tired. I'm not as lazy. It's just a better life.
Did it affect anything in the cage? Like, do you feel like you have less strength? Like your wrestling skills, has it affected that? Do you use more quickness now because you're lighter, or anything? Has it changed your style?
It actually made me better. Like my takedowns are more explosive. Like I do things in the cage now where I'm finishing takedowns, just running guys across the cage. It feels great, but you guys will see Sunday, Saturday.
Why did you fight at heavyweight if you feel so much better at 205? If you're like, this is the old version, I finally feel like myself. Why did we get to the point, or why did you choose to fight it?
Scared. You know, remember I had the incident with the Olympics.
Yeah.
I didn't want to cut weight anymore. And also, you know, not only that, when I started fighting MMA, I had no skills. I could not take on the extra aspect of trying to make weight. I needed to get skills first, and then I can add this element to the game, because this is just another part of it. You know, making weight is part of the process. But at the beginning of my career, I couldn't handle that. I needed to get better first. So now that I'm at the point where I can fight with guys, now I can manage my weight. I can worry about diet. Before, I just ate whatever I wanted, ate when I wanted, I just went and trained. No worries about anything else.
And as you said, the technique caught up, the speed.
The technique caught up, the speed caught up. My mind's caught up. My mind was refreshed. It was 5 years since I had to lose any weight. You know, so my mind was refreshed, my body was refreshed, and now it's just normal now.
What about the discipline that it takes to lose the weight? I mean, I know it was hard for you initially. Coming into this fight with the weight cut, has it become a little bit more easy for you, the diet, or is it still a little bit difficult?
It's always difficult. You know, I mean, it's not, anytime you make weight, it's not easy. You know, but taking the different approach. You know, before it was diet and weight cutting. Now it's just more weight management, even when I'm not fighting. I just don't balloon up to 240 pounds. I try to stay somewhere manageable. You know, where when it's time to start making weight, I'm not dying in the sauna. Nobody wants to sit in the sauna baking. I sit in the sauna for 2 minutes, I'm drenched in sweat. That's what you want. You want to be so hydrated that when you get in there, it's no time before you're sweating.
How long do you see yourself at this weight? Like how long?
The rest of my career.
Can maintain
fight
it?
at 205 for the rest of my career. Yeah, because I'm going to be the champion. So why would I leave my weight division with the belt?
Do you feel like now you have a lot of untapped potential now that you're at 205, that there's certain things that you still can improve on that you may not have ever been able to do at heavyweight?
Well, I think it's time spent too. You know, like I've been doing this that long. So in September it's going to be 5 years. It's been 4 years. It's all from nothing. You know, I started from nothing. I was a wrestler. And so I'm getting better every day. You know, this isn't a finished product, which is crazy to think about. You know, like I don't know when it's gonna all be perfect, but hopefully it happens soon.
See some